The film Joker starts in such a city, where lower and upper strata live together. Wealthy people do not accept the poor. Their standard of living is high, and they look down on the poor. This film is centered on the character Arthur, who lives in this city. He used to live with his mother. He loved comedy, and he wanted to become a great comedian one day. His ideal was a host who used to run a great comedy show. He wished that one day he will be with that host on his show. He used to work hard for it. Then Arthur is shown, who is standing on the road for the advertisement of a company, holding a signboard. Some mischievous boys appear there. They flee after teasing him and stealing his signboard. Arthur is in the appearance of a clown. He runs after those kids to take back his signboard. But those kids make him run and hit that signboard on his face. As a result, signboard is broken, and then they also beat Arthur too much. Being disheartened, he directly moves to his employer. He tells the whole story of what has been done to him by the kids. But his employer scolds him unusually. He says, "Are you in your senses? How did the kids do as such?" He says, "I will also not pay your wages." Arthur has low confidence, so he cannot speak in his favor here. Being dejected, he comes outside. He thinks, "Am I too worse that no one believes me?" Coming to his house, he begins to dance. It is observed here that he is physically weak. Next day, Arthur tells about those kids, meeting with his co-worker. His co-worker say to him, "It happened wrong, you should have had to carry yourself." He says, giving a gun to him with it, "Keep it in your possession. This will help you in the time of your trouble." Arthur refuses to take it, but that man forcefully hands him over this gun. Then Arthur leaves for his house. He is in a bus, and there is also a sitting kid before him. He tries to make him laugh. Then that boy begins to laugh loudly. His mother is infuriated on it. She says to Arthur, "Go. Don't disturb us." But Arthur starts laughing on it. Actually, it is told that Arthur suffers some sort of the mental disorder. He cannot control his laughter and starts laughing anywhere. Sitting in a bus, he gives a card to that lady in which his disease information is written. Coming to his house, he begins to take his medication. Actually, this medication was rare while he was not financially sound. So he used to take this medication from the government medical store. One day, he visits his psychiatrist and she says to her, "Show me your diary. What have you been writing?" Opening his diary, she finds a written statement that, "I don't want to die awfully as I have spent my life." Then Arthur goes to his house and his mother asks him, "Have you received any letter sent by Thomas?" Arthur responds, "No. Not even today. Thomas has been shown as an aristocratic businessman, and people are very afraid of him." His mother says to him that he will surely support us after knowing our condition. Next day, he encounters a single mother with her daughter on the way, returning to his house. Arthur begins to like him enough, but he returns to his house. His mother again asks about the same letter here. Arthur says, "He will not support us, and what is your connection with him?" In the following day, it is observed that single girl comes to Arthur's house. She says to him, "I am noticing from a time that you are chasing me." Arthur replies, "Yes. I liked you." That girl begins to laugh on it. They soon develop a friendship bond for each other. Arthur again receives an opportunity for comedian job from a platform. It is Children's Hospital. When Arthur is dancing, going there, then that gun falls out from his pocket. All kids are scared and the whole faculty is surprised, thinking, what is causing him to keep this gun? He is also fired from this job as the news travels. He calls his employer and says, "It is just a toy gun." His employer says, "Don't tell a lie. Your coworker has revealed everything to me. That you yourself took this gun from him." Arthur is again disheartened, thinking his coworker had forcefully given this gun to him. Then it is seen, Arthur is returning to his house by train. They are harassing a girl, sitting in the train. Arthur begins to laugh because of his mental disorder. And those three men think as he is laughing at them. They beat him too much as his mouth begins to bleed. Arthur was trying to tell them about his issue, but three of them don't hear him at all. Being aggressive, Arthur kills three of them, taking out his gun. He flees thinking he has murdered three persons. He locks himself in a lavatory. In the beginning, he was fearing. But he begins to dance here. It was appearing as he is not regretful. He was also at peace. TV is broadcasting the news as he comes to his house. Thomas is talking there. He tells that three people who were murdered. They were my men and they were killed by a clown. Here the poor people are supporting the clown instead of feeling sorry for these three murderers. Because they are protesting against the rich people in the appearance of clowns. Arthur visits his psychiatrist from there. She tells, "We are meeting today for the last time. Because government has stopped funding us. And I cannot treat you without any cost." Arthur is again dejected. Being sorrowful, he comes out from there. Then Arthur comes on the scene who is making others laugh in a comedy show. He is unable to make them laugh. In anxiety, he begins to laugh loudly. So his show is disturbed and he comes back to his house. His mother says as he returns to the house, "My son. Post his letter which is for Thomas." Arthur does not believe when he reads it. He says, going to his mother, "Why did you keep it secret from me?" His mother tells him, "My son. I did not do it deliberately. Thomas and I had feelings for each other even though we also wanted to marry. But I belonged to the poor family while he was aristocratic. So we did not marry because of the societal norms." Arthur leaves to meet his father. When he reaches there, Thomas's own son is there behind the back of the gate. Arthur begins to show his childish behavior before him. He also tries to make him laugh. Meantime, Thomas's domestic worker approaches there. He says to that kid, "It is not good to talk with a stranger." And he asks Arthur to leave. Arthur says, "I will leave after revealing the truth. They used to like each other. And I am not the son of another person but Thomas." The domestic worker says to him, "You and your mother are both mad. He has fabricated this story. He has no concern with Thomas." Hearing it, Arthur feels ill and leaves from there. Going to his house, he comes to know that his mother had a health attack. And she is shifted to the hospital. Two police officers arrive to him as he is sitting outside. They ask him, "Do you know about the three victims who were murdered in the train?" Arthur says, "No. How can I know?" He knows that her mother has been interrogated the same question by police officer. It caused health attack for his mother. He comes to his mother inside where that single mother is also present. Then the TV broadcasts a news and there is also the same Arthur's favorite TV host. That comedian who was his ideal. He starts watching his show fondly. At the first sight, his own face is shown on the TV. Actually, Arthur's ideal comedian is making fun at him. When Arthur was unable to control his laughter in a comedy show. In this way, Arthur is badly hurt thinking my ideal is making fun of me. I had got motivation from him. He is not believing on it. Thomas comes to the house and TV is broadcasting news. That city's circumstances have gone worst. Poor Strata has come on the road, putting on the clown makeup. And they are protesting against the aristocratic people. Much enmity has increased among them. And they are all opponent of Thomas. Arthur is much excited, knowing it. All had put on the clown makeup. He feels that his work has been complimented for the first time. Now the place where the poor Strata was revolting was a theater. The aristocratic people were watching a movie in that theater. Thomas was also there. Police arrived there in order to stop that riot, forbidding them. There is commotion everywhere. Taking the advantage of this, Arthur moves inside the theater. He goes to the lavatory of theater where Thomas had also come. Arthur says to him politely while going to him, "I am your son. Remember, You and my mother used to accompany each other. Thomas says to him, I don't know about any lady by this name. And he strongly punches him. As a result, his nose begins to bleed. Arthur returns to his house. After a time, he receives the call of police officer. Actually, they wanted to interrogate Arthur about that day when those 3 men had been killed. Arthur also comes to know that his best-loved comedian has also invited him on his show. Actually, the routine comedy clip of Arthur which he had played in his show. Due to this, the popularity of his show had increased. Because people loved it. He is extremely excited. And he gears up to go there. But he thinks that Thomas' domestic worker had told that my mother is insane. So he visits a psychiatric hospital where her mother had been treated. He asks the record of his mother from them. He runs away after stealing that file record. There was a written statement that Arthur's mother was in relationship with another person. He used to torture her physically. At that time, Arthur had also received an injury on his head. So he is suffering this disease today. He directly moves to his friend's single mother from there. Here it is revealed that she does not exist. She was just the part of his imaginations. He used to visualize her. Arthur is much worried because of his mother's wound. Going to hospital, he chokes his mother to death with pillow. Coming to the house, he finds a photo with a written statement at its back that, I like your smile. It was stated by Thomas. And this photo belonged to his mother. He realizes here that his mother was not telling a lie. He begins to apply his clown makeup. Being dejected, he is blank about the happenings around him. Then his same co-worker appears there. Arthur thinks, they have again come to make their life a chaos. And here he kills his co-worker violently. After this, Arthur gets ready and wears the clown costumes. Now he was preparing to go to his favorite comedian's show. He is very excited. And he is going while dancing on the way. Both police officers also arrived there, who were detecting the train incident. But Arthur runs away. He boards a train while running. There were also many people wearing clown costume. Police cannot search him among number of people. Getting chance of it, he comes out from there. And he goes to his favorite comedian's show. He asks, going in front of him, are you also in clown look? Are you also revolting against aristocratic people? Arthur requests him, don't expose me before the people accept this fact. That I am an ordinary clown. Then their live transmission is started. Onlookers get excited, watching him. They are appreciating it. Arthur's favorite comedian asks him a question there that, why have you come here putting on the clown makeup? Clown replies, I always wanted to be happy. And I also wanted to distribute the bliss among people. People liked me in this look so I preferred to come as such. Here he also talks something shocking. He tells everyone in this live transmission that the killed people in train have been murdered by me. He says, I revealed it before you because many poor people ended till now. Many people of upper class violently killed the poor people. Has anyone given attention? Has anyone raised a voice against upper strata? Or tell me if someone missed the victims. Why do the people are raising their voice if I have killed any wealthy man? Is there no equality for the whole of the humanity? Is there any specialty among the wealthy people? He says, society has corrupted. Its inhabitants are self-obsessed. It is not your sympathy at all if you have invited me in this show. You did it as such because the popularity of your show was increasing due to my presence. But Arthur's favorite comedian says, it is not at all. Arthur is angered saying, are you still telling a lie? He fires his gun on him before everyone, taking it out. People are frightened and begin to run outside. But Arthur is seen confident here. He is not fearing anyone. Police seizes Clown Arthur on this crime. And police begin to take him far, getting him into the vehicle. But Arthur observes that there are many people supporting him on the way. They are supporting him. Some of them get in the ambulance. and they crash it driving speedily with the police car. So the police car is crashed and the clown has come outside now. He stands on the same vehicle, uniting with those people. All people were looking at him and complimenting him with joy. His mouth and nose were bleeding enough. But he draws a smiling curve with the blood and begins to laugh, spreading his hand. Actually, it was such a smile which concealed pain and grief. Now he had become the ideal of everyone. He was satisfied with it, as people were complimenting him in the end. On the other side, Thomas comes on the scene. Who is leaving this city with his current wife and son. But a clown standing aside kills them, firing his gun. But he does not harm their son. Then the location changes and Arthur is seen with psychiatrist. He is also laughing there. That psychiatric says to him, "Why do you continue to laugh for no reason?" Arthur says to her, "You will never be able to understand this feeling." Saying it, he comes outside. His outsole of shoes were filled with blood. It reveals how a pious man turned into a murderer. The gained moral of the story is this. Innocent victim becomes a victimizer if he is treated ill. He was agonized and pained too much that he became apathetic. Now he was solemnly contented with his life. And the movie also completes on this scene.